Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. What's up, Meredith? Nice to see you.
Yes, Shemai, welcome to this very special Santes Dwynwen Day live lesson. Obviously, this is something that's special to us here in Wales. And Kyle has been learning all about Santes Dwynwen and has come up with a great first challenge for us. And then, as a very special treat, Dom's going to be joining us later on, halfway through this live lesson. And he's going to be taking us through the second challenge today. So I've got a treat. I've got two experts teaching me how to use Adobe Express for two very different and very exciting Santes Dwynwen Day challenges. So let's go straight into the rules of Digital Leaders Club. So Kyle, what is the first rule of Digital Leaders?
Rule number one, remember to pause if at any point you think we're going too fast. It's that simple. You can pause and you can always resume the video at your own speed. We're not going anywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then I'm going to be working on the iPad today, and Kyle's going to be showing you the browser version. In challenge 2, it doesn't really work on the current iPad version. The new iPad app is coming pretty soon, we hope. So if you're working on an iPad today, just stick to challenge 1 and then maybe drop off the call for challenge 2. Okay, so there will be time between Kyle's screen and my screen for you to catch up. But if you still feel that you want some more time, please pause. Right, and rule number 2, Kyle.
Rule number 2, go ahead, please, and finish these challenges. Let your teachers know that you finished the challenges, and then teachers let us know, because then you get swag, free stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who doesn't like free stuff? So, yeah, teachers, Dom will be sending you out a link after today's challenge, asking you how many of your students completed the challenges. Just fill up that really quick form, send it back to Dom, and he will make sure that some swag is delivered to your school. And finally, Kyle, what is rule number 3?
Well, since we're keeping on the swag train here, how about some extra special VIP swag for those people who not only learn it, but go on to teach it. So teachers, if you're going to teach somebody else, if you're going to instruct somebody else, you got to let us know, because you're going to get the extra special goodness.
Yes, please. Right. Okay. So to follow along with today's challenges, we have got a challenge page set up for you, and you can see the address for that challenge page scrolling along. Oh, I'm moving the wrong way. Scrolling along at the bottom of the screen. So just go to bit.ly/express Santes. Yes, there are 3 S's in a row there. I did double check that with Dom, triple check it. And when you click on that, let's just get Kyle's screen up for you. It will look like this.
I think that's how snakes say express. Express, right?
Santes.
Isn't that how?
Yeah, express.
Come for the design, stick around for the dad jokes. Sorry.
Absolutely. So yeah, use that bit.ly, use that short link to get to this page that we're showing you right now. Or you could scan the QR code that's on the screen there. So if you are following along on an iPad, just whip out your camera app and scan that QR code. Okay. Now on this page, what you'll find is, if Kyle scrolls down, you've got an intro to the 2 challenges. So today, this is our first challenge. Look at that. How cool is that? Now then, I can't wait to see how you've done that, Kyle, and I hope I'll be able to match what you've done.
Oh, it's easy. It's so easy. Don't worry.
It looks awesome. And then in the second challenge, then we're going to be creating a video. And for that challenge, you will need some words on a Google Doc. And the link for that isn't right now there, but by the time you open it up, it will be there by the magic of the internet. Okay. Also, if you're coming back to these, there may be some quick how-to videos added to this page by the time you're watching this as well. Okay, right then, let's go straight away then, Kyle, and let's take us through challenge 1. Let's make that card. It looks so cool.
It's cool, it's fun, it's easy, and it'll hopefully give you some ideas for ways to use Express to do kind of illustration work, which you can do very easily. All right, now we're going to start with a flyer. You can use this row right here, and if you can't see flyers up here, don't worry. You can always go to the purple plus, and you can either find it up here under suggested sizes right there, or you can type flyer. There we go. And you're off and running. Okay. So here we are. We've got our flyer opened. It's just a blank canvas. And what we want to do is we want to start this time with a background color. Very easy. Right here we have background color. You just tap on that. And look, it automatically pulls up my swatches And we showed this the other day. It's so cool. You have more colors to choose from down here, and you can just choose anything you like. I really like this yellow, so I'll just go ahead and use that right away. But folks, if you really want to switch things around and try things, you can try this yellow, that yellow, whatever. You could even try maybe like a light blue. You don't have to stick with what we're doing if you want to try something later, or you can follow along and just do as we do for now. Okay, so back to the yellow. We'll close that out. And we're going to be making this character that has a heart-shaped body. So the way to do that, of course, is to simply search for hearts in design elements. So I'll tap over here on elements, and I'll search for heart, H-E-A-R-T, and let's see what we've got. All kinds of nice results here. Wow. Well, I'll just go ahead and grab this one, but you can use whatever you like, folks. And I'll resize it, make it a little bigger. There we go. And place it right there in the center. Remember, you have these pink guidelines that tell you whether or not things are centered, which is really handy. Okay. All right. Now, Meredith, should I stop for a moment and get you going on the iPad?
Yeah, great. Okay. So here we go. I'm on the Adobe Express iPad app. And so Kyle, you started off with a flyer. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, good. I was listening. Right. So you'll see right at the top where it says start from scratch that the second one along there is actually a flyer. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. And here we go. It throws me up a flyer-sized project. I don't want this text, so I'm going to click on it, and I'm just going to select delete at the bottom. So the background itself, you just click on it, and then at the bottom we've got color. So Kyle had this really nice kind of pale, nearly like a pastel yellow, wasn't it, Kyle? I think.
Yeah, it's a light yellow. We want to make sure there's plenty of contrast, so not too dark.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go for that. But yeah, that's why we needed the banner off, guys, is because you need this little button at the bottom right that says done. Okay. So that means we've stopped editing the color for the background. And let's add in our design assets. So I'm going to click on add. And we're choosing design asset. Okay. And in here, I'm going to click in the top right-hand search bar there, and I'm going to type in heart. All right. And then hit return or hit enter to search. And then again, just going to scroll through the loads of options. And
wow, so many.
Yeah. I think maybe one of the ones up the top. I'm going to go for this one here, I think. Yeah, try that one.
That should work.
Select it. And then once you've got it selected, you need to then click the add one button, which is up there next to the search bar. Again, it's not very obvious, so I'm just hovering over it there. Just click that add one. And as Kyle showed you, when we drag this element around on the page, those pink lines, those guides will tell us when it's centered. Okay, so there we are. That's me done. And back to Kyle to take us to the next step.
Very simple. Here we go. We are just going to find a pair of tennis shoes. So I'm going to go into our media right here, and I'll just search for sneakers. I'm looking through all these options now. I'm signed into Adobe Express with my own account right now. So you'll notice a lot of these have a little crown by them, but don't worry. If you're searching on the EDU account, you will find plenty of options for shoes. So if I remove the background right here, it's going to get rid of all of that white. And then I'm also going to want to remove part of the other shoe right there. So let me show you how I do that. I'll just zoom in. And I can use my eraser. And by the way, you don't have to do this, Meredith. It's not important. You can, of course, find an individual shoe, up to you. But I just want to make sure people know about this option. So here's this erase function right here. And I'm going to use instead of quick selection, the circle brush right here. And I can just do this.
That's quite hidden away in Express, isn't it? And it's
in
really
the iPad.
creative.
Yeah, it's not that obvious, but it is definitely in both the iPad version and in the browser version. And you can make your eraser really big like this, and I can quickly get rid of that shoe, and we're good to go.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a really handy feature. All right, so I'll zoom out a little bit and we'll take the shoe. We'll just make it smaller like this. And even if the shoes are backwards, we don't care. It's okay that that's the wrong. It's totally fine.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's fine. And we're just going to duplicate it right here. And when you have another shoe, you can rotate it, or you can also, look at this, flip horizontal. See that? Very nice. So I put my shoes down here, and we'll be adding legs there in just a moment. How are you doing over there with a search for some shoes? Shall we kick it over to you?
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to hit add. And I'm again going to go to photos this time. And I'm going to use the Adobe stock photos. And at the top right, I'm going to search in there for shoes.
Maybe even just try shoe. What happens if you try just shoe? Does it give you individual?
Yeah, you could. That would probably be a good idea. I tell you what, I like these brogues. I love a pair of brogues. So I'm going to grab. Yeah, I'm going to grab those brogues, and then I'm going to click add one. And on the iPad here, I want to choose move freely. Okay, so there it is. And bring it down to the bottom of my canvas. And then right down there at the bottom, you can see it says remove background. Okay. Now, you can edit the cutout. So next door there, you see the edit cutout. So if I choose that, and then I can zoom in, just pinch in, and I can do the same as Kyle did. I can change my brush size, and I can just paint out, and it'll cover it in red on the iPad version. It'll just show you what's about to disappear. I can just paint out what I don't want. When you let go, it's gone. I think I clipped a heel there, but it doesn't matter. Yeah,
it's magic.
And then when you're happy with that, I'm just going to click done. So there's my one shoe. And I'm going to duplicate this shoe by going into the edit menu on the ribbon, and I choose duplicate. And here's my new shoe. And what I want to do here is I want to go to, where do I want to go, Kyle? Adjust and flip horizontal. And there it is. Cool. And we'll jump back over now to Kyle's screen. There you go. Where are we going next?
All right, well, this is really easy. We're just going to add sunglasses. So let's go ahead and type sunglasses, and we'll see what we come up with. Now, these are all going to be photos, as you can see, right? Many of them are already on a white background. You can choose anything you like style-wise, right? But you also, just so you're aware, have the option to go and use design elements, and you could also search for sunglasses right there.
There it is.
So something like this, for example. And that yellow is fine. Cool. It matches the background. But I just pop the sunglasses on there. And now we've got sunglasses. Simple as that. And the next thing I'll do before I pop it over to you is, this is a little bit of a surprise, but for the mouth, for the smiling mouth, I'm just going to use a letter C. So look, I go to T, text, add your text, and I'll just do a capital letter C like that. And what we want to do is we want to find a font. I'll just turn it on its side like this, right? We want to find a font that makes it look more like a smile so it doesn't curl up so much on the sides. And if you go over here to your recommended fonts, you can just scroll through. You could use something like this, for example, right? And you can go to show more, and you can just keep on looking until you find something that's like more of a sort of a subtle curve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that.
That's fine.
Cool idea. Such a cool idea to use a letter C. Yeah.
Quick and easy. All right, you want to give it a try?
Yeah, so I've already got hang on. Sorry, let me get my screen over. I've already got the sunglasses in, so I just used add. Yeah, I just used add and use the design assets. So now let's just get that letter C in. So I can add text. Letter C, done. And there's my C there. Okay, and let's just spin that around. And I'm going to leave it up the top there while I'm looking at fonts because that might help me see it a bit clearer. So I think maybe some kind of hand-drawn looking font.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that first one's okay.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to stay with that, to be honest. That works quite well.
Perfect.
And then what would you suggest here for a color for this letter?
I
What
would
did
say
you have?
that for your photograph, you can use the adjustments in the image adjustments, and you could lighten up that heart. You could make the contrast and the exposure on that
Yeah.
heart lighter, and then you could still use black for the smile.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'll change the font color there to black, and then I'm done with that. So I'll now click on the heart, which is in the background, and I'm going to go into enhance, and I'm going to just bring up the brightness a little bit of my heart, and bring up the shadows, bring up the highlights, just bring it all up. There we go. And maybe have a little less contrast as well. Just
Yeah.
flatten out the color a bit. There we go. Yeah, that looks fine for me, I think. Cool. Right. Back to you, Kyle. There you are.
All right. Well, we're really close, aren't we? Now, of course, we're just showing you sort of the bones of this exercise. You can get as creative as you want. You can add hats to the heart. You can add a background. You can add trees and sky and other little hearts all over the place. You can do whatever you like with this, starbursts. But just to keep it simple, we're just showing you sort of the basics. For the legs, this is so easy. If I go to design elements, I can just type a word like line and see what it comes up with, right?
Yeah.
And just make it bigger, rotate it, and that's going to go there. Now, of course, you realize there's a problem. We don't want the leg to come straight out of the mouth. So what do? You go to the layer and just drag it on down, pop right behind the heart, like so. And if you want, you can have your shoe go behind there. And look at that. It ends at just the right spot, so it feels like it's kind of right inside the shoe. And you can get really picky with that and position it wherever you want, and get pretty close right there. And then you, of course, need to duplicate it. Remember our trick to duplicate that leg, right? And you know what else to do? We have to flip it horizontally. Now, you can always, if you want, do something funny, like have one leg higher than the other, like the foot's coming up, and you can find curved lines and change the pose of the figure, things like that. Totally up to you. You do not have to use a line at all. In fact, what if you decide to use like a spaghetti noodle or something for the legs and the arms? You do pasta. You can do a piece of rope. It doesn't matter. Okay, whatever you want to just suggest legs and arms. Now, once you've done that, it's really simple to just duplicate it again, right? And move it up there.
Oh, hello.
Right, and just change the angle a little bit, like that. Duplicate it again, flip it horizontally, slide it on over to this side, right?
Yes.
Very simple. Very simple.
So yeah, I had a look in the design assets, and the lines, if I search for line in design assets, I actually get a lot of different lined pages. So that wasn't quite what I was going for.
Right.
So I've come into shapes instead, and I think there's more options here for me.
Definitely. In the second row over to the right, the second row all the way to the right, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I actually quite like this one as well. It's got kind of an interesting end to it. So I'm going to add that in. I'm going to change the color to black. There it is. And let's just flip that around, resize it, and let's just pop that there for now. And now I need to change the order. So I'm just going to send this backwards, but I'd like it to be in the shoe. And I'd like this line to be a bit thicker if I can. So I'm just going to do that. Great. So I'll just pop that back again.
Do you think you can use the eraser tool again? Can you erase shapes?
I can do. I'm just going to pop the shoe to the back. There we go. That's fine. Okay. And I liked your idea of rotating one foot. So that's cool. Right. And then I'm going to duplicate this. So I go to edit, duplicate. There's my second leg. And I'm going to go to adjust, flip horizontal. And I'm going to pop that over there. Maybe just change the angle a bit this time.
Oh, that's more fun. Yeah, have him kicking his foot up. I like that.
Yeah, and then let's just...
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this. I'm gonna pop that back, and I
I
think tap
like it. It
dancing.
adds a lot more
I think
personality. I think it's funny.
a bit of tap dancing, maybe. Yeah. And now let's
Yeah.
get the arms. So I'm going to duplicate again. Edit, duplicate. Yeah. And I like how the end of the line is going to work there as a kind of wrist. And then I'm going to duplicate again. Pop that over here. And maybe I'll use that other end. I think that might be quite cool as an arm over there. Yeah, there we go. Quite happy with that. So there we go. We are back with Kyle. There you are.
All right. What else can we do here? So we've got some hands that we need to put in there, right? So if I go to our design assets, I could just search for hand. Great. So we're in the icons, and I went ahead and searched for hand, and here we go. We got something like this. That's perfect. Now that comes in as a as a black color. Alrighty, we'll take that, and we'll just change the fill color to white. Rotate that. It's like a cartoon glove hand. You've seen that before.
Yeah, it's cool.
Now just put that right there. Go ahead and duplicate it as we've done before. Slide it over there, and you know what to do. Flip it horizontally. Now you can get more creative than this. You could have thumbs up or do whatever you like. But you really just built a character there, just like that. So fast and easy. Okay. Last thing I'll do before I kick it over to you is just put a little shadow under the feet. That just takes 2 seconds. We go to shapes, and we'll just use a basic circle. And with that circle, we can squish it like this. See that?
Yeah.
Pop it on down there. You have to move it beneath all the other stuff. So I'm just sliding that layer. Okay. So it winds up being beneath these other bits, right? And then I can change its color. I'll start with this color here using the eyedropper tool. See that?
Yeah.
And then you can just use a slightly darker yellow like that. Sometimes it'll recommend colors that are similar. If you don't see one, you can use custom colors as well. And here's a little trick. Look at this right here. Blend.
Yeah.
Change it
What
to
are you going to do
multiply.
there? Oh, nice.
When you change the blend mode to multiply, it makes it blend with everything underneath and make it darker. So I can make a little shadow, just like that. Easy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, cool. Shall I try and catch up?
Yeah, let's see how you're doing over there.
Okay. Well, I've just been searching so I went to add shapes and I typed in hand and I got loads of cool options here. So I'm just going to grab this hand there. Okay. But for the first time ever, I'm actually going to add 2 things at once because this is something that you can do and I've never actually tried doing. So I'm going to add also this kind of thumbs up hand as well there. So now I'm going to click on add to at the top of the screen, and it's actually added both of those shapes in at once, which is kind of something that you can only do on the iPad version.
Hey, Mareja, you know what? That's pretty handy.
I can see what you did there, and I approve. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So I've got my first hand in there. Let's just change the color. So Kyle went for this nice white. I don't think that quite works with me. I think my background is too pale for that. So I'm just going to go for some nice blue hands.
There you go.
And then this hand, I'm going to pop this down, roughly resize it. I need to go to adjust, flip that horizontally as well. And now I've got my thumbs up. Now I got to be careful because I'm kind of close to the side of the... Yeah, he doesn't really have his thumbs up anymore. There we go. So just for the shadow, I'm going to go again to shapes, add shapes. And this time we're just going to go into basic shapes, more circles. Oh, there's an oval there. Perfect. I'm going to add that oval in. There it is. And that color of that oval. Ooh, interesting. Oh, I need to choose it. There we are. The color of that oval is going to be...
Oh, it's giving you a great option right there on the left.
That color there. Oh, what do you mean this one? Yeah, I suppose. That's one and done.
You could reduce the opacity of it a little bit too. It would probably be perfect.
Yeah. So just bring that down. Bring that under the shoes there. And let's drop the opacity down. And then I need to go into order and pop that into the back of my design. Something like that. That's pretty close to where Kyle got. Because my shoes are a bit further apart, maybe I need to make this oval a little bit bigger. But
it's interesting. It won't let you squish the oval, will it?
No, it won't. No, I think that is a feature of the iPad app that you can't kind of adjust
Okay.
shape. Right,
Interesting.
that's fine. I'm up to speed. So
Okay. All right. So we want to do here in icons a voice bubble. I just need something that's solid color. And we see some that are hollow, but this is going to work just fine. There we go. We just want to make a little message. So I'll make that a little bigger. And I'm going to rotate it like this. There we go. And I'll just go ahead and use white. Why not? Perfect. We need some text, of course. So let's go ahead and add text. And what I'm trying to say, this is where I need your help. But I don't know how to say this, but I'm going to spell it, okay? And then you tell me how to say it.
So dydd Santes Dwynwen hapus. Dydd Santes Dwynwen hapus.
Excellent. All right. And we'll use a different typeface there, different font. See how that shakes out. Pop it in there, rotate it so it matches the angle like this. And that is the front of our little card. It's pretty much it.
Cool. Yeah,
All
I've
right.
been able to do exactly the same. I just went into add shapes and I searched for speech bubble or call out or whatever. They all work. Let's get an exclamation mark in there. Okay, cool. And there's my font. Do you know what? I quite like that font. I don't mind it at all. So I may just stick with it. Yeah, that's fine for me. So I'm up to speed. So Kyle, take it away.
Alrighty. Here we go. This is the last little bit. So we're going to take this whole thing, all right, and we are going to go over here in the top right corner. You can see all the pages of my design right there. I'm going to duplicate this page like so. All right, and then double click on this so I come back, and now I'm on the second page. It's just a copy of the original. And I'm going to select everything. Command A or Control A on the keyboard, or I could drag a line around all of it. Select everything there and group it. Okay, so it's all grouped. Now, the only thing is I'm wondering now if it went ahead and grouped the background color, and I don't think it did. So I'm going to just take the background color and remove it, okay? And then behind this group, I'm going to add a layer by going to here. We're going to go to our shapes. And I'll just go ahead and use a rectangle and make sure that it is the yellow I had before, or at least something similar to that yellow. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this. Make sure it covers the whole canvas. And remember, I had more colors down here, but there it is, just waiting for me. It knew that I needed it. Okay. And let's go back to our layers. And we'll just slide that behind the group there. And I'll just go ahead and select everything one more time. Slide this down a bit. And we'll make sure it's all grouped together. So that's what I want. I've got my yellow and I've got everything else. Now, watch this. We're making it much smaller. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're pulling it down here into the bottom right corner. And the reason is because the card we're making will fold twice. And then you'll have your little card there ready to go as a greeting card. Now, this time for the background color, I can just use white. And we can position that in the corner. Okay. There we go. So when I fold this down vertically and then across, this will actually be the front of the card. And the greeting is going to show up over here. So you can write whatever you want to your friend or to the person who you want to send this to. And then you could write a little message and then say, love so-and-so. You could even reuse the heart if you want. Just tap on it until you get to the heart there. And you could copy that and paste it. I've got the heart. Just make sure everything's upside down if you're using it up here, okay?
Yeah, so everything there needs to be upside down. Yeah, of course.
Important, yeah. So I'll put it right there, and I could then say love Kyle and have a little message over there. If you want to make lines for yourself to fold it, that's very easy to do. You can use lines, right? Under shapes, you have lines waiting for you right down here. All right, great. So put your lines in there, make them nice and faint, and one down the middle both ways. Print your card, fold it, and give it to all the people you love, just like that. Of course, if you're going to print it, you want to just save it as a PNG. Very easy to do. Go over here to download, and that's what you're going to see right there. PNG. We want PNGs.
Yeah, great. I think just to finish that off on the iPad, if you can just throw it over to my screen, Kyle, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll do that right now. Here we go.
I think on the iPad, it'll be much easier if we just keep the background in the original color. So I'm just going to go to Edit, and then with one thing selected, I'm then gonna click on Edit, select Multiple, and I just want to select everything. Okay, I'm just going to grab everything on the page, select all. Next at the bottom of the screen, Group. Okay, so that's grouped everything on my card together. So with that now, I'm just going to resize this group. And really, I want it to kind of fill that bottom quarter of the page. Okay, that's roughly about right there. I'm going to add a line in now, add shapes, search for a line. And as Kyle said, I just want a plain straight line. Add one, pop that in. The border, I want that border thickness to be right down. The color, Kyle had this kind of nice faint gray. There we go. And again, I'm just using the pink lines, the guides, to tell me where that needs to be. So that's halfway up. And then I'm going to duplicate this. So edit, duplicate. And with this line, I'm going to grab the rotate tool there. There we go. Bring it to the middle. Again, I'm looking for the pink line. The other lines that pop up tell you how aligned it is against other elements. So you can see there that I need to do a little bit more resizing with my bottom corner here. And there we go. I'm done with that. And that's our first challenge in the bag. So now that we've got our first challenge in the bag, Mr. Dom Trainer is going to join us on the call, and Kyle is going to go and do some other important work. So
there he is, Kyle. Out of here.
I'm getting out of here. Don't worry. I'm gonna leave.
This is the first time ever we've had.
Hey, you got him.
We only had three of us for a little while there, but that was fun having three of us on a call. So
Hey,
Dom, Tromai, Croeso.
Croeso I chi gyd.
Yeah,
Right.
and Dom. Now then, you gotta beat that now, I'm afraid. So what have you got for us? Easy, no problem. So I'm just moving my iPad out the way. There we go. That's gone. Because, guys, if you've been following on an iPad, this next challenge now you won't be able to do on the current version of Express on an iPad. Okay, so if you've got an iPad, you're welcome to drop off or just spend more time working on your Santes Dwynwen card on the first challenge. Okay, everyone else, if you're on the browser version, Dom's going to take us through a super cool Santes Dwynwen video challenge. So, Dom, over to you.
You could do this on the iPad. It'd just be a much more simple version using Spark Video. You can still do it with voiceover and images and stuff like that, but we're going to do a few more sort of kind of fancy things in there to make it look a little bit more stylish. So, what are we going to do? Well, let's share this tab. Is that one going to go? Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to do a video. So the first thing we're going to do is press the plus here. I'm going to go down to video. Now, at the top, what's the first thing we're going to do, Meredith? Pop quiz.
We're going to name it, which
yes,
Kyle and I forgot to do that.
Yeah, Santes Dwynwen Day. There we go. Santes Dwynwen Wednesday. Right. So we got a video in here. We're going to start off. We've got, we can think about a title page. Now, if we go back very quickly to, yes, there we are, create a video fact file all about the legend that is Santes Dwynwen. Now we've got some text down here, and I'm going to use all of this text. Let me just, why is it doing that? Highlight this bit. There we go. So I've kind of thought about this in scenes, right? So this first bit is going to be like my first scene. Second one, second scene. And then I've got 3 wishes. She got 3 wishes. So you know what? If I'd have been given 3 wishes, it wouldn't have been these. But anyway, she was heartbroken, so why not? So you got the first wish here, so you could do that as a scene if you wanted. And then second scene there, so that could be another scene. So the first 2 scenes are kind of intro scenes, and then you've got these 3 wish scenes. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is look at what text we've got here. So Dwynwen was the daughter of King
Brychan.
Brychan, and she fell in love with Mylon Daffodril.
Dafodrich.
Oh, Daffodrich. Because I thought I actually googled it to see if it was the Welsh version of daffodil, and it's not.
No,
It's incredibly confusing.
No, it means that he lied. So tafod is tongue in Welsh. So dafodrich means kind of like a sly tongue, you know.
He's a lying rag.
So maybe she should have thought of his name before agreeing to marry him. Really.
Well, there we go. We got some text there. So the first thing I'm thinking, well, actually, we could do with a picture of Santes Dwynwen. Now, the problem with that is if we go back here, share this tab instead, right? If we go back here, if we went to search something like Dwynwen, I mean, we're not going to get anything there. Sorry, we didn't find anything. Obviously,
they didn't have cameras back then. In fairness to them, so
yeah. Exactly. But look at this text to image.
Now
I'm going to choose widescreen. Okay, I'm going to go here. Princess in the style of an old church painting. Right. I've got art as my content type. It's going to go to generate.
Oh, I'm excited with it.
Yeah, so am I. I'm slightly nervous, but we'll see. Now, one of the things you can do, we'll just let that load, is you could go back to the page which I put together. And I actually did this before, and that's what it made. It made this. Look at that.
That's mega cool, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's unbelievable.
So just so everybody in school knows now, that's not an image search. Dom hasn't found that picture. That picture has actually been made to Dom's description. And you can add more descriptions in there. You know, you could say that she's wearing a Welsh dragon necklace, and it'll be on there. You know,
that'll be a good one. I like that. Right, so I'm going to select that image. This is the one that it made, slightly different to the last one. And then I'm going to go set as page background. Right, this is great. So what do we need here? Well, let's add in some text. Santes Dwynwen Wednesday. Right, okay. Now, this text is terrible. I'm not a fan of that at all. But that's okay, because if Carl was on here, do you know what Carl would say?
No, I'm not sure. What would he say?
No, he would say you could go into Adobe fonts and you would find over 14,000 different fonts to choose from.
Kyle's going to be watching this back.
Every time.
You be careful, Mr. Trainer. He's going to be watching this back.
I know he will. Right,
he'll make a cartoon about you. Watch it. Yeah.
Now we can go to things like shadow. I might just put like halo. Now,
well, she's a saint.
Like yeah, well, she is a saint, but this one feels more halo-y to me. Halo-y. And then custom in here, and I'm just gonna. What did I want to do? Like change the distance? No, I want to keep it closer. Actually, there we go. Something like that. Something that you can see it. Now, you can do some quick animation with it as well. So animate. How would you like it to animate in Meredith?
Nothing too crazy. So maybe like a fade.
A fade. Ooh, nice choice. Nice choice. Okay, now we got that. I'm going to keep it nice and simple because we've just done some really funky text to image stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to media. I'm going to go to audio. I'm going to go to record voiceover. Now, I'm going to press this, and then when it's pressed, I'm going to nip over to my other tab, and then when I've recorded my voiceover, I'll come back and stop it. Okay, so record voiceover. I can change the microphone so it's got my that one. That'll do. Dwynwen was the daughter of King Brychan. She fell in love with Mylon Daffodril, but King Brychan had already arranged for her to marry another prince. Just about got that.
That was good.
You're gonna let
That was
that one
really
through?
good. No, die on, Dom. Die on. That's really good.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you very much. He's far too generous. Right. So that's our first bit there. Now, if I go back to the start here, is this going to should share my audio? You tell me. Dwynwen was the daughter of King Brechan. She fell in love with Mylon Daffodril. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Sounds brilliant. Yeah, we can hear it
Perfect.
loud and clear. Yeah.
Right. Well, now, I mean, of course, he said it sounds brill, but it would sound even more briller, which is the official term, if I put some audio on there, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would be
briller?
brill. Yeah, it would be brillera.
Yeah, that'd be max brill.
Gwych.
So what kind
Would be gwych.
Nice. What but it'd be tidy. What audio should I search for here?
Or what about medieval?
Ooh, that is
or Celtic.
a good one. Medieval.
Celtic.
You like that?
It is. I think it puts us in the right frame of mind. If you could try Celtic, that would be good as well.
Celtic, okay. Irish, Shannon. Yeah.
Or harp. You look for harp.
Yeah, you love a harp, don't you? Let's put that one in. Let's put that in. I'm gonna put that one in. Now that voiceover, that track has gone all the way on the bottom, so that's good. And that will carry on to the end. The only thing you've got to be careful of, Meredith, pop quiz, what have you got to be careful of?
Well, the volume, of course, because you've now got two sound clips, two audio clips. Dom's lovely voice and the music.
Can't hear anything.
Yeah, they're competing.
And there should only be one clear winner. Which should be the clear winner?
Your clarion voice, of course.
Let's try. I've moved it down to 12. I made sure I clicked on Shannon Dance, moved it down to 12. Ken was the daughter of King Brechan. She fell in love with... Might even do be less, actually.
Yeah, maybe.
Sometimes it depends on the track, doesn't it? Mylon Daffodril. But King Brechan had already arranged for her. There's the real pause in there. I mean, you could go in and split it.
Yeah.
You could find it and split it and then take that bit out if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that now, though.
No.
Right. So that was our first bit done. So let me go back and share this tab again. Now, you're welcome to do it alongside me here if you want, Meredith, and show different things if you want. But otherwise, I'll steam ahead.
No, you carry on. I think I don't think we need to see two versions of exactly the same thing. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, exactly. There'll only be one clear winner.
Yeah.
So Heartbroken is the next one. She was visited by an angel who gave her a sweet potion to help her forget Mylon, which is good because he was a lion toe rag.
He was.
Which happened to turn him into a block of ice. Right. So we've got all sorts of things that we could do here. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is go back and share this tab. So we got my voiceover there. Now it's given us a second scene automatically because the voiceover was quite long. So we can just go in here now. And this is where we need to do things like, I can put like a photo in and go for something like Angel, see what we've got. Okay.
But you could have a medieval prince in a block of ice here, can you? You could use the AI generator here, and that would be incredible.
Oh, you would have to do that on live, wouldn't you? Let's do it. Okay.
Come on.
You tell me the prompt and I'm going to write it in.
Okay, so medieval prince frozen trapped in a block of ice.
In a forest.
In a forest.
Let's just leave it at that. Come on.
With an angel?
With an angel in the background. Oh, my days.
We're laughing, but this is going to be amazing. I can already feel it.
All right. Well, I'm glad you can. Let's have a look. Let's get this out here.
And also, Dom's just click go there. But guys, if you want to take some time with this,
it's unbelievable.
It is.
What on earth is going on?
It is fantastic.
You know I think I'm just going to do that first one.
Yeah.
Absolutely bonkers. Right. Yeah. Set as page background.
You're glad I suggested that now, aren't you? Yeah.
Oh dear. I don't quite know whether to laugh or cry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record my next bit of voiceover, seeing as this has done all the work for us. I'm going to go to media, go to audio, record voiceover. Make sure this playhead's in the right place, because often I have it in all sorts of mad places and it doesn't go in the right place. And that's fine, because you can just drag it into the position you need, but save yourself some work and get it in the right place. Okay, start recording. Heartbroken, she was visited by an angel who gave her a sweet potion to help her forget Mylon, which happened to turn him into a block of ice. Was that dramatic enough for us?
That was awesome.
I
am invested in this story. I'm enjoying it.
Right. So what kind of text could we put in here? I'm not kind of sure, really. I'm going to share this tab instead. There we go.
Mylon was turned into a block of ice.
There we go. That's what he's there for.
It's what happened.
But insights like that. No, what you could do is you could take that first set of text here, copy it, go to your second one, and you could just paste it in there, and you'll get all the same kind of characteristics as the last one. I mean, maybe
chill out, chill out, Mylon.
Yeah, I'm going to put that in. Chill out, Mylon. Chill out, Mylon. Yeah. Right, maybe. So we're gonna animate that in. Right, so it's going to fade in. Let's just check it. Heartbroken, she was visited. Let's get it at the start. Let's see what it's doing. Heartbroken, she was visited by an angel who gave her a sweet potion to help her forget Mylon, which happened to turn him into a... Right, so I want it to come in around about here, I think. Somewhere around there. So what I'm going to do here is show layer timing. That's the best one. And you can see chill out Mylon, comes at the top there. And I've left my what's it called?
Playhead
just there. And I'm going to drag my clip until it hits that playhead. And then chill out Mylon will come out the end. It's going to fade in. Oh, no, I don't want it to fade in. I want it to drop in. And then I want it to loop. And I want it to...
Oh, yeah, shiver. Jitter, like he's shivering. That's cool.
There you go. It's a bit intense, that one. Yeah. Quite intense. So let's bring the speed down and the intensity down. It's just a mild chill. He's just chilling.
Well, he's in a block of ice.
Into a block of ice. There we go. This is a classic piece. Okay, now let's go back here again. Right, so we're going for the 3 wishes. Right. So first wish. So maybe I don't actually describe in here, do I? Like why she's getting the wishes. Who's she getting the wishes off?
From God. Yeah.
She got 3 wishes. So maybe I'll put that in his text. Like God granted her 3 wishes. Her first wish was that Mylon be thawed. Okay. So now we're gonna have to go here, and while they put this scene in for us, we can use it. That's fine. So this is a I better share this tab instead. There we go. We're back here now. Okay, so for our first one, the first wish was that Mylon be thawed.
Yeah,
I don't quite know what we're going to do with that. Really, what I might do is I might copy this image.
Yeah.
I just use Control and C, put it in again, but this time I'll detach it from the page background. You can see down there, detach from page background. And then maybe, we can just squarely focus on Mr. Mylon here.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Just, check him, see if he's chilling out enough. He's pretty chill. So let's put God gave Dwynwen 3 wishes. So God gave Dwynwen 3 wishes. Okay. Curiously, it hasn't actually put the text effect in there. I thought it would.
Your shadow. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go back to a sort of, maybe I'll try a glow. Yeah, maybe
that's nice.
Yeah. Kind of like it to be stronger, really, I suppose.
Less of a blur.
Less of a blur.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of thing. That'll do, yeah. So let's also make this text box into more of a square so it stands alongside our friend who's just chilling out here. So God gave Dwynwen 3 wishes. So let's animate this text in. We can, I think fade in is a good one. And then you can say, so then my voiceover could be her first wish was that Mylon be thawed. Right.
It's Mylon or Malon. It's that's
okay.
Way. Yeah,
that'll work. Right. So let's go to record voiceover. Make sure our playhead's in the right place. Start recording. Her first wish was that Mylon be thawed. Right. That's easy. Now, what have I got to do straight away here, Meredith?
You need to make that scene last at least as long as your voiceover.
Good. He's doing well. He is doing well. Right. Oof. Second wish was for God to help all true lovers.
Yeah.
So that's good. So let's go there because, that is a good thing to do for sure. Let's go to media. Let's go to photos. And here I'm just going to put love in. What are we going to get? All true lovers. Look at that. Lovely. Nah, maybe not. Let's go to something else. Let's go to something like this.
They looked happy enough. What was wrong with that?
Oh, they did look happy enough, but I wanted to keep it a little bit more anonymous, really.
Fair enough.
There we go.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a nice one, isn't it? I think, didn't you submit that one to the stock library, you and your missus?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. That's our kitchen table right there. Look.
Yeah. Now, I extended this clip. I didn't really need to, but I just thought, well, I'd do it to show you that I could do it. And then I'll do my voiceover again. So go to audio, record voiceover, start recording. Her second wish was for God to help all true lovers. There we go. So I extended it massively. I didn't need any of it. There we go. Just drag it back in. That's fine. Now, again, if you want to keep things really, really sort of quick and easy, just go back and select your previous text and then paste it in. And then if you wanted to, you could, if I go back to this tab, you could just grab the text from here, copy that, go back to this one, and then just highlight your text, paste it in. Make sure you've got capital letters before your teacher goes absolutely bananas at me. And then, put that into a separate place, one that's appropriate to the photo. Yeah, it's fading in. That's fine. And then, you get it to fade out as well. And then, and then what am I going to do for the third wish with that she would never marry? Right. So this one, if I go back to my page here, her third wish was that she would never marry. And in gratitude, Dwynwen became a nun and set up a convent on Llanwydyn. Llanwydyn.
Yeah.
Llanwydyn.
Yeah, so it literally means, so that was named after her. So Llan just means like the parish of or the church of, and then it's Dwyn is like Dwynwen, so it's
Dwyn.
Yeah, okay. It literally means kind of Dwynwen's church island. Dwyn Island. Yeah.
Dwyn Island. Okay, so I'm going to combine all of this together. Okay, so what do I need to do here? Well, if you actually look, this image here is of Dwyn Island, and I've got it here. And what you can do is you can open that up, you can right click it, you can copy it, and then if you go back to your video editor, add a scene, just paste it in. Simple as that. Set as page background, beautiful. And then we can go over to media, record voiceover, start recording. Her third wish was that she should never marry. In gratitude, Dwynwen became a nun and set up a convent on Llanwydyn Island, a beautiful little spot on Anglesey. Just about past that, I think.
That was great.
Just about. Yeah. Right, that was quite a long voiceover, actually. Didn't realize it was going to be so long. So here we go. There we go. And then, you know, this is where you can, again, go back to this page, copy any text that you need. And then I think all I need is this bit. You don't need to put all the text on the page, I would say. I think you just need to put enough to, you know, to give key points. That's what I think. So here, for example, I could paste in my text. You could put an outline on it, actually. Maybe that would just be easier rather than all of these drop shadows and things like that. And then pop it in there. I'll left align it, I think. There we go. That box is a kind of a nice size. I'm into that. And then you've got your ability to animate it. So we're going to animate it in with a fade. I won't loop it doing anything, but you could always animate it out if you wanted to. Right. Now, one thing it has done is added in an extra scene at the end. If you do get things like that, just click on the 3 little dots, delete the scene. And then what you can do is you can go back to the start if you want to play it and see what it's like. But before I do that, what am I going to do now, Meredith? Pop quiz. I've named it, but if I hover over this bit here,
we want to get some scene transitions in there.
That was what you call great teaching. Press the plus. Add a transition. Now, Meredith likes a push or a slide.
Yeah, not on this project. I don't think it would be appropriate on this one, to be honest.
I think it's a dissolve, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, it's a dissolve. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the handy little workaround here?
Oh, we can apply it to all scenes.
Yeah, all of these teaching points. You see, change applied to all transitions. I'm keeping.
I didn't know there'd be a quiz today. I didn't know. I would have revised. Sorry.
Yeah. Check it out. Dwynwen was the daughter of King Brechan. She fell in love with Mylon Daffodril, but King Brechan. I've got to do it. I've got to.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I will not. Right, there's a big gap in here. Let me show people how to do it. But King. Right. Hang on. But King. Right, I said King there.
Yeah.
Right, so
split it.
I'm gonna split it. Hang on, I'm in the wrong place. There.
There we go. So select the voiceover clip.
Thank you.
I'm just telling the folks back in school.
Right.
That was a whole 3-second gap.
So let me split that and then get that and then delete it. Oh, look at this.
Oh, then.
This is going to be so nice now. Let's check it out. Dwynwen was the daughter of King Brechan. She fell in love with Mylon Daffodril, but King Brechan had already arranged for her to marry another prince.
That is some stone cold.
She was visited by an angel.
Editing chops there.
I know. I'm absolutely delighted with it. Voiceover. The one thing I didn't do here is actually put any text on that bit.
No, we don't need text all the time.
Out, Mylon. There it is. It comes in there.
There we are.
In there. But forget Mylon, which happened to turn him into a block of ice. The first wish was that Mylon be thawed. Her second wish was for God to help all true lovers. Her third wish was that she should never marry. In gratitude, Dwynwen became a nun and set up a convent on Llandwyn Island, a beautiful little spot on. Ooh, it's cut me off. Right, what do I need to do here? I need to extend this scene. Let's go to the end. Extend this scene. Where's my voiceover? Is that one? Is it that one?
That's the music. Yeah, that's the voiceover.
I cut myself off. What have I done?
Right.
Let's have a look.
Stop recording
on angle C. Oh no, there it is. Perfect. Yeah, it did it for me. So I can get that there. Once it's all done, happy as Larry. You can share it by clicking share in there. Publish it to web, Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, whatever you like. Or you can download it. Definitely share or download rather than trying to do them at the same time. That wouldn't be a good idea. Just download it if you need to. It'll take a while. Video resolution. What's your advice here, Meredith?
720 is plenty.
720 is plenty. There you go. Select 720, particularly if you're concerned about storage in school, things like that. Yeah. And there you go. That's a wrap.
Hey, Dom, thanks so much to you and to Kyle for coming up with such great activities for this. And Santes Dwynwen Day is a special day in Wales, you know, and I really appreciate that you two have thrown yourself into some Welsh culture and
Love it.
given us some really cool activities. It's been a lot of hwyl, so diolch yn fawr.
A lot of hwyl, and I'm expecting lots of Santes Dwynwen cards from teachers to us both.
Now then.
Yeah, that'd be a thing, wouldn't it?
The Adobe office is going to be awash with Santes Dwynwen cards.
Indeed it is. Right, well, thank you very much, everyone. A pleasure as always. Diolch yn fawr iawn. And Meredydd, sign us off with a thought for the day, please.
Hwyl fawr, byddwch yn garedig, be kind to each other.